episode of Vampyr, guys. Just loaded it up, so I've got to get through all the loading screens, sadly. This is exactly where we left off at yesterday. And if you, I'm not really good at explaining things, but I'll try my best. From the very beginning, we woke up dead. We came back to life. Or let me rephrase that. We died. We woke up. We bit our sister, Mary. And now we are on the hunt for who turned us into a vampire. But we are in control of our powers. Any decision that I make in-game affects the entire story for me. So there are certain people that I can say embrace, which is known as pretty much eating them. This is exactly where we left off at last night. But embracing them is pretty much me biting their neck. Well, it's biting their neck
the flowers
and turning them into my food.
Water.
I gotta fix my touchpad real quick. So, but that's what's known as embracing. What's this? Dr. Swansea message. Alright, I'm not gonna read this, guys, so if you want to, pause it. There you go. I'm gonna check out my blood points real quick, because that's pretty much what they are. Got 255. We're good, we're good. Alright, let's continue.
I want to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What are antiseptics? I'm not familiar with that.
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
Oh.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
In a
You should
morgue.
look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Alright, I'll get your stuff. Dr. Edgar.
Not now.
Oh, okay, Edgar. I'll see you later then. But yeah, see this, guys? That means the little thing on the right, with the little hand and the circular thing. That's if I wanted to, I could mesmerize them if I got it higher up. Right now, my mesmerize is only level 1 because I only just got here and I only learned just a little while ago what I can do. Alright.
Good evening, Milton. Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I found your
I
wallet.
have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not
No.
at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody's as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Is that a compliment? Are
Do
you?
you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But
All right. Life in London.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here.
Wow,
This
straight
city
up.
was
All right.
sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed.
Wow.
Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Damn, this man's been through hell.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
Bound by
During
despair.
the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
Alright.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
Alright, skip that. For that, I needed to upgrade my gun. I needed common. How much money do I? Alright, shillings over there. We're gonna get that too. Oh, which one was it that I needed? We're just gonna get 2 of those. We have 1 shilling left. Alright. Off to the main storyline then.
You and our sides, Dr. Reed. I know that Pembroke will prevail and survive this epidemic.
Who are you? Have I talked to you yet?
Dr. Reed. I am
Alright. I'm just gonna go through this, guys.
What?
I'll be glad to help you. Flattery is useless. Research is exhausting.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific.
This epidemic.
Just gonna skip these
I'd rather not talk about it.
As long as you're cautious.
At one of the first.
details. Thoreau's experiments in blood transfusion has not been successful. Alright, I can help. I'm a blood transfusion LDoc there.
What can you tell me about...
Well, it has always been an honor to.
You seem quite optimistic.
I'm convinced that this epidemic.
Questions remain about Drew.
Test. I
Do
like
you
this
need
guy.
my
You don't have to worry about me, Doctor.
You're here to assist me. Got it. Your life in London about Pembroke
What can you
Blossom.
do?
Do you need my
Do you
help?
need help?
Well, yeah.
Do you want me to play?
Oh no, Dr. Reed.
I see.
Local investigation. A new citizen. Let's see. In that garden. Reach the pharmacy. Alright, I'll track that just for the hell of it. Personal questions. About your
Tell
blood
me
transfusion.
more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want?
Fair question.
Nothing but to save your patient.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's
Aye.
story. But why would he hide such crucial...
Because he is a proud father.
Fiddick. Harvey is blaming himself for his injury. Got it.
This...
I agree.
Do you think...
All I...
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I really don't have time to talk to everybody right now, so... My remote's starting to screw up again.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Oops. I don't... Oh, wrong button. Oh, okay, I get it. Alright, the scythe is like a heavy weapon. I can only use that weapon if I select it. If you're not strong enough, remember that the blood of citizens is the fastest way to evolve. Yeah, no, I don't want to kill any citizens. That's what I'm trying to go for. I'm trying to go for the best ending right now, and I'm pretty sure that killing no citizens is my best bet. Because if I believe that if I go and kill pretty much every citizen I see, I'm going to have the very horrible ending. That's not what I want. I really don't. I want the good ending, for now. I will be doing probably a second run through and be getting the worst ending. I will be killing literally every citizen I can. Alright, there's definitely enemies here. Definitely. There's blood up top, yep. Everything is extremely loud. I don't like that. Wrong button.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Alright. I don't know why it keeps doing this, because every time I press R3 it... Hi. Where is my phone? Very good question.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. It's locked.
Ah! Oh, I did not like that sudden change. That sudden change in the music scared the fuck out of me. Hello, people. You're not people, you're dead.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Ah, get the fuck off me. Oh, shit. Alright, shotgun's just used for straight up damage. So, toss that on. Boom. Oh, hi.
It's locked, all right.
What? Offhand melee. A long, sharp surgical knife. Blood absorption. I don't see why not. Death report, okay, that's
Mr.
unimportant.
Injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
Big brain.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
Oh,
The
open
chest
chest.
was originally open to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
If it was successful, he wouldn't be dead. Chest hemorrhage.
Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Tippett's the old man. Oh, shit.
It's locked.
I need to up my brightness. This game is there. That's audio. Too bright, possibly? John Doe. Sir, excuse me, what? Oh, what the? I'm not prepared.
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
No, we're not drinking blood, sir. Crafting. Do you have enough fatigue? No. I need to upgrade that. What about this? I got the powder, I need the shards now. You, what about you, buddy? Nope. You? Nope. You. Nope. You. Nope. Lead rods, what do I need those for? Lead, no. I'm thinking I'm just gonna stick with this. That's not really that helpful, so I'm just gonna this not that helpful at all. So I'm just going to stick with the revolver as my secondary. We're gonna double check on this real quick. Common trigger part. I just need one of those to get that upgraded. Aluminum powder. Got that. Shards. That'll increase my damage. I need to upgrade my... or decrease the... What is this? Hold up. Dismantle. 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 What do I have now? That got me the shards I actually needed. It takes a lot of stamina to use this. Does this take stamina at all? No, it doesn't. Good. Alright. Yeah, I got it. I'll go with the damage. Increases damage dealt by 10%. Oh shit. Alright, what else do I have right now? Don't have enough for that. What is this? Attack speed 10. Guess I'll upgrade you. Alright. Level 5. Alright. Next area. Where did you come from, sir? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, fuck. Pretty sure that's everything. I've only died maybe once in this game so far. I think. Probably wrong. I've died twice, but... Game is pretty good so far. It's got a very... not really a Dark Souls feel, but not really a Bloodborne feel. It's like a mix of both. Because it doesn't really have a stealth feature. Main quest. Dorothy Crane. Where is Dorothy? Don't know, but right now we're gonna go in here. No, it doesn't seem very good. Where's Milton? Move.
Anywhere else in the East End?
Good
evening, Doctor.
I'd like to see you.
Wise choice, Doctor.
Where's that old man at?
Another night with the glorious battalion.
There he is.
By this horrifying
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets.
Dr. Reed, and
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
he was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Why not stop practice?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error.
Who was this?
I don't know.
Do you need any...
Come on. He was my... I don't...
What?
It was a...
What? You're a...
No.
Nurse Brand, you don't have... Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets. Good. Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Do you need medical help?
I'm fine. Rick.
Goodbye, nurse. Good evening, sir.
Reed? Yes, I've been in...
Does my...
Let us just...
If you...
Dr. Swansea has...
I know we've never...
Oh, but...
There is no need for such...
That is one point.
Since...
Let's just...
Carelessness.
We're here...
I don't...
Modern...
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patient's life.
Are you thinking about something important?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery.
Why do you wish to leave?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick...
If you are going to lead this surgery...
I'm not the kind of man who runs a...
And are you not a...
rivalry?
I don't know what you've heard about me, but
I don't question your...
And what exactly?
I served in the war, just...
Be careful what...
I only...
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon. And it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative. It is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
Right about that?
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackwood. Thank you for your time. We'll talk...
Finally, you've returned.
Yes, nurse. Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Diseases decrease the blood quality of a citizen. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Speak to the patient. Talk to Edgar. Who are you?
Good evening.
No,
Really?
I don't want to talk. My
Throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain...
Yes.
Could you at least tell me...
Mortimer.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
He's recovering.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Oh. Alright. Fair enough.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr.
I'm okay. So painful.
I'm sure you realize a doctor...
Not really.
I see.
Yes, mate.
How...
So painful.
I have to go.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, madam.
It's my...
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of...
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since...
Is there something in particular that... It's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Oh.
Not much.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes. Thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Jesus. Alright, so...
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Pippa saves beds for patients who can pay. She cares about the money. She doesn't care about saving them.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me...
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work, and with my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me.
Oh.
And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
How could your job be responsible for your wife?
Oh. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Oh.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
Oh.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
Oh, yo.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right, considering this.
He blames himself.
Goodbye for now.
Oh.
I always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, blundering idiot.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
One also might say a coincidence.
I'm a dead man. I was murdered. Now I'm a murderer. Tell me how this is a gift.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
One step out of you. I already call you Edgar.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I have just a few...
Then ask away.
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory, William Bishop, I believe, was he a vampire?
He was a Skald, technically speaking. The debate rages as to their classification. Some think them a subspecies of vampire, others something else.
Just for clarity, what differences are there between myself and a Skald?
A Skald is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable foes for the unprepared. Vampires... Now, vampires exist beyond the mortal realm.
Meaning I can't be killed.
How do Skalds come into existence?
The name means slave. The etymology may indicate that they are a lesser species of vampire. From what I know, vampires tend to despise them.
Since I'm the one working for you, what should I know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility in this part of town that people can rely on. We support the community here, as well as provide health care.
What do you expect of me?
What we need is hope. You were a soldier. This is a war. This white coat's still a uniform. We fight to help the poor, the sick of the East End, the forgotten.
Where do we stand today?
Well, to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of the Spanish flu last summer took us by surprise. We lack many of the basic necessities needed.
You mentioned something about a secret society. A brotherhood, if I recall. Could you elaborate?
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole for several years. We are pledged to monitor and report vampire activity in England as impartial scientific observers.
Nope.
You said. Yet you don't fear me. And still, you know the monster that lurks beneath the civilized surface.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries. We believe you are as supernatural as a lion is to a gazelle.
That explains your nightly wanderings about the docks and the questions you ask.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town. There was something as yet unseen that set those chain of events in motion.
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires, what could you tell me about my condition and how it came about?
As men of science, our first step is always to start with what we know. Forget the myths, the hackneyed scrawlings in the penny dreadfuls. They do not scratch the surface of the truth you now find yourself in.
Well, let's not destroy me, yes.
Take a life to live.
You are a vampire. You feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
The sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
What is this? $2,000 just to level this up. It's for me to decide its fate. So if it goes below critical, people will begin to fight each other in a state of chaos and panic. Interesting. Common trigger part. How much shillings do I have? I have little to none. Great.
You always knew the words to calm me, George.
Nope.
I'll leave you. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
There are a lot of secrets round here. I'm not surprised someone tried to make money from them.
What kind of secrets?
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reed. If you want to know more, you better talk to Harriet Jones. She's the eldest patient here.
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Doctor.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind. The blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Without eating? Alright.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
I believe you.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
The world...
You make me...
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
I get it. So, she is like me. She wants the good ending, and doesn't want to kill anyone.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient, or their family.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
I just need information.
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
I don't know why it keeps doing this.
I think of nothing.
My situation.
These nurses, bred with no respect. What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Shut up.
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts let a poor sod's...
Okay.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
Okay.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Crane. Wrong way.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Blood oil with the fever.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to... dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett in our situation?
I can't say I approve of what you did. But as a field surgeon, I know that some situations require you to bend the rules.
I'm not proud of what I've done, but to contain the epidemic must be our priority, so we can't afford to lose Dr. Tippett.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need his know-how.
I hope you're right. This is a huge risk we're taking.
Dr. Tippett must regain his confidence. Please, keep this decision between you and me. He doesn't need to know you found out.
Huh. I've already told him. Oops.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Is that it? That's all you gotta say to me?
Goodbye, nurse.
Where's Milton?
Good evening.
I'd like to...
Wise choice, Doctor. Good evening.
Goodbye.
Don't know why it's taking this long to load.
Good evening, Mr.
There you go.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
I will see you later. How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
Alright.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss should cut me good.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I can say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in the hospital?
Blackmail?
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in the hospital?
Blackmail? That's not my style. Too risky. The black market, though. Now that's where the money is.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Our city needs you. Something, something, something.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about this?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if the nurse finds some happiness where she can?
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
What can you...
Let me guess.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir.
How long have you been...
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many... Where...
He went down by the...
What can you...
His name is Oswald.
What can you...
I'm Oswald.
This is...
We were looking...
I have...
Thank you.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals, or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
So where did Dorothy go? It's starting to get pretty interesting though.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him.
Jesus.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Oh.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help.
Okay.
Mr. That?
Yes.
Good.
No. Did not mean to do that. Time to go back through the loading screen again. Also, if you guys are wondering if I'm going to stream anything else later today, I probably will be streaming some Modern Warfare possibly later today. Other than that, I don't really know. Oh, Jesus!
What sort of creature is this?
I just gotta do this real quick. Out of here.
Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway. Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Well, there's the sewer beast. There's the sewer beast from episode 1. Give me a second, guys. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. Streaming. I'm just letting you know, streaming.
Miss, please, I feel sick. Get over here now.
I'm streaming Vampyr. I'm streaming Vampyr again.
You're lucky to be alive.
This place.
I will see you later. I'll leave you.
Yeah, but the thing is, I've been trying to do them, and it's not been letting me unlock them. So, I think, you actually can't. At 3 stun points when the weapon hits. Jesus! Oh, wait, no. Oh, think about it. That's good. Not good. Common barbed crudel. What is a crudel or crudel? Oh, I get it now. Damn, well I just wasted that stuff. Shit. Vampyr is a pretty fun game, believe it or not, Cookie. Hmm? Yeah, it's pretty fun. No. It's just a fun game to play in your free time. He says as he's playing Modern Warfare. Alright, what you mean is you don't have any free time to spend on other games, right? Yes. Alright, I'm following you. I got it. Level 9. I don't know, but for a second, it's just that. Hold on, what is up with this guy now? Anema. Oh shit, I need to fucking help this dude. What do I need for it? It fixes anema. Make that. Make that. Clay, I'm coming. I'm gonna fix you, buddy.
Hey, Doc.
You're lucky.
This place.
Consider.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good.
I'll leave.
I'm just trying to help you, Clay. And you're getting all mad at me for helping. The fuck, dude? What doesn't?
Good evening, Mill.
Good evening, Doc. Wise choice, Doc.
I'm gonna finish up this chapter, Cookie, and I'll probably maybe stream Modern. No, I've streamed Modern before. Yeah, that's because you haven't done it in any of my modern streams. Well, yeah, because I don't have an actual outro. Well, you do realize I'm a small YouTuber. Hello, sir.
Better go home.
What the? Alright, yep, cool. You're just gonna randomly attack me. The fuck, dude?
It's locked, all right.
Actually, I think I might cut it short today. I might cut it short, the stream. Yep. Alright guys, I think that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed it, like. If you want to see more like this, subscribe. Other than that, hope you all enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.